Hey! The last digit of your like on this video by each who you are from Melon Playground, and the last digit of your subscription to my channel will show your Melon Playground item. So go down right now, subscribe and give me a like. Look at the screen. Notice the last digit of your like and your subscription and write in the comments who you are from Melon Playground. It's simple, if your like is number 8 and the last digit of your subscription is number 5, you're a lemon and a cactus. Show your imagination and enjoy the show.
Hey friends, you're on the Melonfonk channel. In this video, we're going to talk about the pros and cons of the 25.6666 update to Melon Playground. But before we start the video, I want to say a huge thank you to these guys for participating in my video. If you want to get into my next video, you need to do a few things. 1, you need to subscribe to my channel. 2, put a like. 3, write your best comment of 4 words or more. And don't forget to watch this video from start to finish. It's very easy to fulfill all these conditions and enjoy watching it. So dear friends, this is already a traditional column we discuss every time after some update the pros and cons of the update. And in general, the update 25.666.1 was released quite unambiguously in my opinion, and in general this update is quite good and more good than bad. And since there are more pluses in my opinion, let's start with them. The first thing I would like to give a huge plus for is the new NPC Dragon Fruit. At the same time, they still managed to change it during the updates, and the plus is not for the way they realized the dragon fruit or the pass hacks with it, but for the fact that they still add fan versions of some characters, some concepts in the game. It's very cool that the developers are listening to the majority opinion and trying to work with us to make this game better, not only according to the developers themselves, but also according to the users. So I would still put a huge plus for this. Pretty enough, the character is interesting, and in principle I always welcome some fan versions and concepts. It's very cool. The next thing for what I would like to give a plus is for optimization. I do not know what they did, but Melon Playground became much more pleasant to feel, FPS increased yes, and in principle in the smoothness of the game has become more pleasant to the eye, and it is actually felt. I think you also noticed it. I also liked how well they optimized in principle all the new items that they introduced into the game. Do not uvlagayut, although they should have in my opinion. I thought that the game would break basically after 2 grenades, but it all works quite stable and without any problems. And for me it was even a bit of a shock and discovery, because I expected much worse. So for the optimization I am definitely ready to give 100% plus. Well, in your opinion of course, write in the comments. The next plus I smoothly would like to give the very grenades, which I just told you about. Not only that they are very interesting in terms of smog acid is a very cool grenades, really, which so well fit into the concept of Melon Playground, so they now look so cool within the game that it is difficult to even really describe in words how much I am emotionally pleased when I look at the smoke or the gas grenade. It's very cool. Also here I would automatically like to put just a plus for the new grenades. They really cool work. I want to hear your opinion, so leave it in the comments. Map and new theme. It's a Halloween contest after all, and the Halloween background looks very cool by the way. To me, let's say everything is so cool, but the atmosphere is just here. My respect is very gloomy, very sinister. I always like that. Of course, I wish they had applied the same theme to the Endless City. I think it would have been great, but I think there just wasn't enough time to realize this idea. The way I see it, this particular theme hit it perfectly. Infinite City, it would have looked just perfect there. Well, this is already my preferences, and I do not think that the developers here in any way mistaken, just did not guess under my mood, but they do not have to. What do you think about it? Write in the comments. The next overall plus I'd like to give to the new scripts, the new tools. First of all, it's a photo mod. It's scissors, and basically a new cell in the mod editor. It's kind of weird to give a plus for each tool separately, but I would like to give a plus for just one because it's very useful, especially the photo mod. We've been waiting for this for a long time. I'm really excited about it. First of all, for content, I really need to do this, and for content, it's really useful. And in principle, very often the menu bar was very much in the way, just visually clogging up the space somehow. And when there is such a mode, when you can enjoy your construction and just mess around with melons without any extra settings, and it's really visually just nice. The next plus I would give for the new syringes, and despite the fact that these syringes are very strange in terms of their functionality, I do not know who will really use them all the time. But in general, just with the addition of this very long-waited, syringes were not there for a very long time, but straight, very long. And so wanted to see something new and finally happened. The developers took pity on us and added some syringes. Yes, not exactly useful, but still they added them, and already, for this, would like to give a plus. A small plus, but still a plus. And the last plus, I would like to give a plus for the fixes. Really a huge number of bugs fixed, a huge number of fixes and changes in terms of some small nuances and small problems, and in fact this has become less, and this is also a small, but still a plus. I think you will definitely agree with me, but of course write your opinion in the comments. The next plus would like to give for the new staff. The staff is quite an interesting and cool addition, which dilutes just a great game. Its particles, its effects, its pasahalki, this staff to me just gladden the soul. He is so cool. Staff just do not convey words. But agree with me. Especially the bats that fly out after, let's say, a blow staff is very cool, and the chip with the explosion when you take one staff and hit it on the other and gets purple super beautiful explosion. It is also very cool. Well, agree. I would only for the staff gave pluses probably 5, but this is just my opinion. And your opinion leave in the comments. I want to give a minus for syringes, though. It sounds ambiguous and weird because I recently gave a plus for that. I gave a plus in principle as for the addition that finally something changed with syringes, but I give a minus for strange features that no one will use at all. For example, syringe hard skin in general so useless, because it basically does not increase the power of the NPC, or there will increase his skin in terms of armor penetration. It just becomes a little bit stronger. I think the developers just did not think through the scenario in which we will use this data. Quite strange syringes. It would be cool if hard-skin syringe would just increase armor in terms of armor and you could customize it. Let's say NPCs would ricochet when shot from NPCs, or let's say NPCs would become fireproof or something like that. But so far this functionality is not there and it's basically cut down a lot, so I think the hard-skin syringe is very useless. In principle, other syringes are not so useful because the same thing can perform other syringes. But this is just my opinion. Write your opinion in the comments. Write your opinion in the comments on this. As surprisingly, the disadvantages end. Your opinion, of course, leave in the comments, as I think the update 25.666.1 is quite interesting and in principle cool. But this video comes to an end. Thank you all for watching. Good luck to everyone, goodbye, and remember, buddy, as always, see you the other day.